Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion, back with some more yet another Zombie Survivors and their new big update that is currently just in public beta, but anybody can access this. Today we're going to jump into the new infinite mode. The only unfortunate part about this is, we are going to start off with the engineer. We're not necessarily, what's going to make this interesting is because we're not necessarily doing builds for these. Because infinite mode is the new mode, which basically allows you to kind of break the game in an actual way that the devs allow it to. So you can see right here, this is a bonus optional mode. Break the limits. The rules of this mode works in your advantage. Most achievements are disabled, but there is no item limit. So this is kind of where I say there's no like build planned, because you can literally just take all the items you can get. So while I guess we'll kind of try to do maybe like an electric build, but it's just going to be, I'm just going to take any cool item that shows up. The only unfortunate part about this is I can't do this on the new map yet. I still have to grind, and we do have to do difficulty 1 because apparently I'm going to have to grind difficulty 1, difficulty 2, and then get to difficulty 3 finally. So we'll slowly work our way towards there, but we're going to be running health points, damage, we're going to do ability area and duration, then we're going to do the electric tag. So again, this is just going to be, I don't know, this is my first time doing infinite mode, so I really have no idea what this is going to look like. I imagine because of difficulty 1, it might be, it might be a little bit easier. That's the only thing, but it is what it is. We'll run it, we'll try it out. This probably, we'll probably run it for like an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing a run, because we only need to survive 30 minutes to technically win and move on to the next difficulty level. So I don't really want to like waste too much time and energy on the lower level stuff, so we'll probably get to like that 45-minute 1 hour mark, because no matter what we do in this run, I kind of feel like we're gonna feel a little overpowered. But I want to get to that tier 3 difficulty, and then we can see what the real power is like, because then we'll be able to compare it to all our other runs. So that'll be the plan for the day. We'll just check this out, see what it's like. We'll make sure that we get our however many items we're gonna get. Neither of these really have electric. I don't think the mechanic does. It's been a while since I played this. I think she's more water or ice. So let's liberate. Let's go electrocute. So with that said, we'll probably pick up the ghost. The ghost generally has a few electric abilities, and then I don't know, maybe the medic or the huntress. I don't know. It's not like a lot of other classes have a ton of electric abilities. This new update seems pretty cool though. I like the idea of an infinite mode. I don't know how often I would play infinite mode over anything else, because again, if you followed the channel and watched enough of my videos, I'm very thematic. I like to have very thematic builds where we have one goal in mind and we try to do it, whether it's good, whether it's amazing, whether it's just absolute trash. The goal is always the same. We try to stick to a theme. And with this, there kind of is no theme, because you're literally just gonna get everything. So like right here, I can get whatever I want. I'll probably take this one. One or two of the military trainings are now at least rare. We might as well take that. We'll take the electric. This weapon seems to work a little bit different too. This definitely got a little bit of a rework here. I don't know if it's just the animation or what, but this weapon definitely got a slight rework in its animations. Let's go Tesla again. But we can do runs like this and, you know, pick different characters every time. But yeah, just with the fact that you're gonna get every item that you could possibly want, it definitely ruins the themed builds. But I do like that they added it. I don't have anything against this being here, especially since it's just an optional mode. You know, you can't get the achievements and things like that. You still gotta play the normal game to get the achievements and all that good stuff. But they do allow you to just kind of cheat in a fair way. So we'll definitely do some runs with this. Yeah, I think we can go with the new gun plasma. It's kind of like the Tesla. They added a bunch of new weapons in the last update. If you haven't checked out this game in a while, the last update was pretty big. They added like a new character. Every character got a third, you know, weapon evolution. Okay, well, I guess I'll take the legendary. No, let's just go with the XP. Oh, I guess I could have locked that thing. All right, let's do. Should we do Sub-Zero? Yeah. So let's survive for like 45 minutes to an hour. We'll see how the run's going. Because again, I wanna kind of get this to man. I wish we could. All right, perfect. I was gonna say I wish we could just pick who we wanted here. Okay, let's go Ghost. Okay, now that I got these two, I think I'm fine. Hollow Bait. Oh, they even changed the name of that. Okay, well, we'll go Katana. They did adjust the difficulty for this game, so I don't quite know what that means. But on the hard map, I did notice that difficulty 1 actually was kind of difficult. We were getting hit a lot. We didn't really come close to dying or anything, but, you know, we were getting hit a bunch, and they just didn't do too much damage. Oh, this is a new one. Let's see. Let's just double the ammunition. So is this different? Doubles the amount of ammunition for all weapons that have more than one bullet or projectile. Oh, never mind. I was reading that as like pierce. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Because again, we can get everything. So there's not really, if there's an item I like, there's no real reason to re-roll or anything. Prioritize our weapons a little bit. Max out plasma. So luckily, I'm assuming I don't have to grind out the difficulty for every map. I hope that's not a thing. I can't remember if I have to grind out, if I'm gonna have to grind out infinite difficulty on every map. If so, that's gonna be a little bit annoying, having to do every map multiple times on the lower difficulties. I mean, I'll do it, but because this is one of the few games, you know, where I pretty much keep up with this game. You know, I max everything out when we play it. You know, I have full character levels. Actually, I might be low on the medic. I don't remember if I got not the medic, the mechanic. I can't remember if I got the mechanic all the way up or not. So that might actually be a thing. And let's keep with the weapons. This will be fun though. I'm sure there's an audience for this type of gameplay too. Cause I will say when we do play this game and you know, we do our certain builds and we get items and whatnot, I do know that a lot of the comments are, oh man, I wish we could get more items. Okay, what is this? Last unicorn. For each animal based item in your inventory. What? Okay, they must have changed some of these, because I'll be honest, I do remember seeing some animal stuff in the new items, or just renaming items, but this one's actually enemies now spray glitter when they're defeated. Oh my god. Okay, for each animal based item in your inventory you receive 10 luck, 5% max HP, 5% damage. Okay, I'm gonna lock down coffee cup. I'm gonna take last unicorn. Okay, let's keep an eye out for animal items. And now these guys are gonna explode glitter. Holy cow. That's hilarious. Let's see. Okay, we'll just go Huntress. We'll just go all in on the DPS. We won't worry about getting a medic for this run. Alright, we don't really have an option. We don't have an electric option with this, and I like cyanide better. I want to see full patch notes too. They don't have full patch notes for this game yet. They usually won't put that out until release. But I want to see, you know, I really want to see what they changed, because you know a bunch of weapons got buffed, got nerfed, or they changed stuff. Because you can tell with, I think with that the Tesla, it felt like that was different. But again, it's been a few months since we've played this game, since the last update. So my memory just might be foggy, but I want to see full patch notes so I can know exactly what got buffed, if they nerfed anything. I hope they didn't really nerf anything. I know there's a lot of things that needed buffs, but I don't think there was necessarily anything in the last update that made anything overpowered. There was a few items that were kind of ridiculous, you know, like glass of milk got pretty crazy. That felt like a must-need item at some point. I don't really like any of these, but I don't want to waste the cooldown on these. So let's just go ability damage, engineer. See, now again, this is where if we were doing thematic builds, this is like, now that I see that animal item, you know, I'm definitely gonna do, we're gonna do a normal run with that item, and we're gonna look for all the animal items we can get and get all those bonuses. That's gonna be a thing we do. But in this run, again, it doesn't necessarily matter as much because, oh man, I didn't pay any attention to where the things were. This one, it doesn't necessarily matter as much because I can just get everything. So we'll see. But now that I see that item, that definitely makes me want to do, you know, a full animal item build. So with the limit of, you know, 8 or whatever. All right, let's do... Okay, we'll just take coffee cup. This new quest is kind of nice. You know, you just run around the map, collect the samples, and then you're gonna get tags. And we want, of course, not the one we want. I want electric. Okay, thank you. I did not want to have to live. Did not want to have to waste another reroll there. Got all our classes, so now it's just level up stuff. You know, I bet you okay, I'm sure they banished some items in this game. I actually didn't look, but I would bet, because I was literally just thinking, like, what if you get the XP item? You know, the wooden stick where for each empty slot you get 10% XP gain. That's got to be banned. And then same for the empty chest where you get the damage bonus. Those have got to be banned items in infinite mode. All right, I'm gonna lock down crit chance, and I'm gonna take the XP modifier. I want to do... I think I'd rather do the taunting ones. And then I still want to do, as we kind of discovered in our first video we did for the update, there's turrets now can... Well, turrets can taunt. They could always taunt. So I got to figure out what 3 classes I want to do with that. But it would definitely be SWAT. And then, I don't know, maybe engineer and a combo of engineer and tank. But there's a new item in the game where if enemies are taunted, they take 100% more damage. And then you can do things like this. Electric turrets will now taunt nearby enemies. So if we pick up something like that and we have quite a few items that can taunt, they'll take 100% more damage if you're attacking them while they're taunted. So again, a lot of new items. Okay, so now this has got to be an animal item, right? You may think it's just a mouse, but it's a trap. So I'm not sure, like, if this counts. I'm gonna try it because I wonder, each animal-based item in your inventory you receive. This is literally an animal. Let's take it. There's nothing I want to lock down. So let's take that. Because honestly, that's kind of an okay item too. Okay, but this doesn't... I guess I should have... Oh, what I should have done was I should have paid attention to my stats. I was hoping it would show the bonuses. Because you know how sometimes they show the bonus? Like my current cooldown reduction is 20. I was hoping it would show the bonuses. That's kind of what I was waiting for it to show. But I don't know if that counts as an animal-based item. Like, does it literally have to be an animal? And I don't think any of these have tags. You know, there's no tags on them. They have, like, flavor text, but there's no tags that label it as an animal. So I'll pay attention, and let's pay attention to the stats next time, and we'll see. Because what's my luck at? My luck is at 20. I have no idea what amount of luck I started out with. I like the mini map too in the bottom left now. Let's go. I think we'll go Wind Cutter. The mini map, while nice, I don't think it was necessarily needed. I mean, I do like the map, but this game did a pretty good job of giving you indicators where everything was anyways. You know, you kind of always knew when a chest was there, when an SOS is there, where magnets are, health pickups are. You know, the game did a really good job of that. But now it kind of pins the elites on the map too, although it did mark where they were too. I mean, it literally marked where everything was anyways. But it's not like intrusive or anything. It's a nice extra little tool. Okay, so what do we have? 20 luck. So that's kind of what we'll use as our indicator. This one got changed. This one got a big nerf. Wow, I don't know if I like that anymore. Because before, this one just used to be doubles your damage done and received. But now it also decreases your HP by 25%. That's huge. I think this one does the same thing too. I don't think this one decreased your HP before. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take this one though. Let's lock down this one, and I'm just gonna take the free reroll because again, it doesn't really take up a spot anymore, so I can just take that, and now I get a free reroll every time if I don't like it. So yeah, that's like a guarantee pickup right there. Just take it. One free reroll for everything. All right, so we'll take the ability critical chance and we'll put that on Ghost. Oh, and the streak for 3-day, man, like I said, last weekend I was able to record a lot of content, and I was able, for this week, I was able to put out 3 videos a day, and honestly, it did way better than I thought it was gonna do. Usually if I post too many videos, you know, views kind of decline a little bit based on how many, because obviously 3 lots a day, and I'm not gonna, that's definitely not, don't expect 3 a day every day. That's not a thing. That was just kind of like this week, and then this weekend I'm on vacation, so I am for sure not going to be able to get ahead on recording. We're gonna be back to 2 a day for a while, but it was actually really nice, and maybe I kind of do that, you know, like if I have a weekend where I can just really get ahead on recording, maybe I'll do that a little more often, because especially when I have hot games, you know, there was quite a few hot games happening this last week and a half, 2 weeks, and they were all actually viewing like pretty well. It was a really good boost for the channel. I gained a lot of subs this week doing 3 a day, and like every single video performed average or above average, most of them above average, so I was pleasantly surprised. So thanks to everybody who supports the channel and watches a lot of the content, especially if it's 3 videos a day. Big shout out to all the homies. All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna lock down the combat knife, and I'll take this one. Because I usually only do like 3 a day when it's Steam Next Fest, and most of the time, you know, it's 2 a day. But again, this last weekend, I don't know what it was. I just felt like I had more free time than normal, and I had good fun games to play. You know, when I have good fun games to play, that makes recording more fun. There's usually never a point in recording when I'm like, ah, this sucks, I don't want to do it anymore. The only times that really happens is when there's nothing to play. You know, if I'm like struggling to find games to play that entertain me, that's when recording's at its hardest. But right now I probably have 5 or 6 games that I'm really enjoying playing, and games that either got updates or new games we discovered. So it's been good. It's been fun. But yeah, no more 3 a days for a while, at least a few more weeks. Ooh, that's ability crit damage. That's crazy. All right, I guess I should put that on Ghost, because I think I just put ability crit chance on him. And you know, with this game getting a new update now, and Nimrod's got an update, and then, oh boy, we're like 3 weeks out from Deep Rock Galactic Survivors. So again, September 17th, 18th. I don't know. I can't remember the exact date. But again, I took like 2 or 3 days off work. We're gonna be recording. Or not recording, live streaming. I don't live stream a lot, but we're gonna live stream that game for like 2 days straight. So make sure to tune into the channel then if you're at work or if you're at home. You know, we like work and lurks. I'm always down for a good work and lurk. That's what I used to do. I think everybody was a working lurker during COVID. You know, when we all had to stay at home. Like, Twitch got a big boom. It sucks because they're like, I have a lot of friends that are Twitch streamers. You know, just people I met on like Twitch, and they all got like big booms. I wonder if I want to take this. Like, I think so. I'll lock that down, and then we're gonna take the combat knife again. I know we have our rerolls, but I'm only gonna use it for when I don't like the items. But anyways, I have a bunch of Twitch friends because I used to stream on Twitch, and I made a lot of friends in the Twitch communities, and a lot of them kind of like, you know, they got a nice little boom during COVID, and then boom, COVID ends, and boom, their boom ends. And it sucks because, you know, you get a little bit of a high and an adrenaline rush when your channel's doing good and you get really excited about it, and COVID's a thing. So I was working every day. Like, I wasn't necessarily always interacting, you know, like I'd maybe talk a little bit, but you know, sometimes you'd have it on, and I'm sure there was like thousands, like hundreds of thousands, millions of people. I don't know how like, I don't know how big Twitch got during COVID, but I'd imagine there was a huge uptick in just people watching during that time period. And then just all of a sudden people start going back to work, like all of that stuff, and then you're just like, oh man, now what? And and it kind of like, it hurts your channel. So I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting a dead battery indication, even though my controller is literally plugged in. So if my controller dies for a second, that'll be the issue. Like I literally have it plugged in right now. It's plugged in. I see it charging. I have the rechargeable battery pack. But I did get a notice for it. All right, let's go penetration. Yeah, this week has been a nice boom for the channel. Views were up, like everything was up. Obviously everything is going to be up when you're posting more content. Might as well just do my free reroll here then, right? Paid off. Build the area, that'll be engineer. But yeah, obviously everything's gonna go up when you do more. You're gonna have more hours watched, more views, maybe, not necessarily guarantee, but yeah, it usually what is a good indicator of a boom is when all your videos are hitting that average or above average mark. You know, we get indicators about what the average time watches are, what the average view count is, you know, things like that for all your videos. And then when the next video pops up, you can see how it's performing. You know, it's okay, in the first hour you're doing better than your average for the last like week. So, oh look, this video's doing good, it's off to a good start. And like every video was doing that, so it was really nice. So that's also why I kind of kept up with 3 a week for this week. I didn't have to, but I wanted to because we were doing so good. And then it's hard to stop when you're doing so good. And I'll say good for me is like what I mean, if we want to get into analytics here, I don't know if you guys care about analytic talk. This is like real talk here, real streamer talk that you don't hear from everybody. But like, I like to see, like on average, you know, I like to see 100 views an hour. That's kind of where I consider it like, okay, that's good. I'll keep doing content for this game. 100 views an hour, that's fine. And then if we can get up to like 2,000 views for the day, that's good. That's what I would consider a good video. I know it's different for like every channel and everybody, but I like to see like at least on average 100 views an hour for, you know, like the first like 10-15 hours, somewhere like that. And then by the end of the day, the first 24 hours, we're at 2,000-ish views. That's what I would consider a good video. And then like every video I've been putting out for the last week has been kind of meeting my internal quota for success. I know a lot of people comment about burnout. Don't worry about burnout. I don't even feel like I'm there. Again, the only time I don't enjoy this is when I don't have anything to play and I'm like struggling to find demos or something on Steam. That's really the only time I'm kind of in a rut. Like, that's it. But if there's good updates, then I'm pretty much always excited to try them. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So they did do it. Up to 8. So they changed it. I was so curious about that. But yeah, so okay, so I wonder if this is, so they say you can have an unlimited amount of items. Is this literally every item that I don't have banished? I wonder if you don't ban, like maybe I shouldn't banish items then. I guess maybe I wonder, okay, I wonder if there is a limit, because this kind of feels like it's a limit. Let's see. But we're gonna take that chest because that's gonna be an 80%. That's an 80% bonus. That's crazy. Like, that's super good. All right, yeah, I like these. Let's go weapon damage. Let's put that on Huntress. Let's give the Huntress some love. We can't put everything on the Ghost and Engineer. Okay, so for this one, I want to see either... I think I'm okay seeing, like, physical or slashing. Or electric, obviously, if it shows up. Okay, well, none of these. So again, free reroll. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's go kinetic. No. Let's just go electric. Sure. Go with the ability reduction. Okay, this might be a reroll. Okay, team leaders. Okay, so this is now Vampire Survivor used to be banned from this infinite endurance mode. I don't know if this is going to be banned from the endurance mode, you know, the normal endless mode. But so let's see. Team leaders' attacks have a chance to restore HP equal to 10% of the damage. When alone, this health restored value is doubled. Okay, so we'll probably take that, and I'm going to lock down boxing gloves. So I don't know if I need this or not, but... Oh, we haven't... Oh, I totally forgot about the animals. What's our luck at? Our luck is at 30. Did we get any other animals? Or did I get a luck pickup somewhere? Yeah, okay, this gave me 10 luck, the banish. Go toxic. Probably go movement speed. Nothing worth locking down, and I don't need to re-roll that. That's movement speed is fine. We haven't taken any movement speed really. All right, we're almost maxed out on all our levels too. We'll take I'm just gonna banish. Let's just banish Power Glove because I don't want to take that one. We can banish that. And then we'll take the boxing gloves. Almost have everything maxed out. Okay, yeah, I think we'll go to 45 minutes. We'll go to 45 minutes in-game timer. And then we'll call it. So about 20 minutes more. And then we'll start moving through the difficulties. Because that's what I want to do. I want to start getting to the harder difficulties. That's when we're really going to be able to see, like, okay, this really breaks the game. We got these items early. These were super strong. We got, like, all the crit items, all the electric items, whatever. You know, just all status effect items and just went bonkers. So we'll definitely see what that kind of stuff does in the longer runs. Fortunately, again, I'm going to be gone this weekend, so, you know, we'll have to wait. Maybe till next week, or maybe when the game releases. Maybe that's when we'll really jump into that. Because I'm not going to be able to record much more for this game. I have one more day to record, and I need to make sure I have stuff covered for the days I'm gone. I'm just gonna re-roll. Oh, that's okay. That was an animal item, so that put me up to 40. So that counted. Right? That's definitely an animal item. We had 30 before, and I don't think I increased my luck at all since then. So that counted. I was just taking that because I wanted the item. I totally forgot about the animal stuff again. Let's go weapon attack speed on engineer. Let's do our reroll. Oh. Let's do a reroll. Oh man, I was hoping, you know, I'm doing the rerolls to hopefully try to get higher rarity picks. There's some luck-based builds you can do in this too, and with the rainbow unicorn, that would probably be a good item with that. But again, they might have changed some things around. All right, well, we officially won. So that should unlock the new difficulty tier for us. Warm ice cream. Ice damage now causes burn. When getting hit, there's a 10% chance per survivor. Reduce the damage by half. That's not bad. Let's re-roll these though. Okay, so that's an animal item. Let's lock down Jacob's ladder. Okay, and then we should have 40 luck, right? We do. Okay, so let's take that. And now we have 50 luck. Perfect. Cool. I like it. Man, do these just not happen in higher rarities? I'm just gonna go weapon attack speed. I don't care too much about the defensive abilities and stuff right now. We don't need it. Because again, we're stopping at 45 minutes in game time, we're done. I don't think I'm gonna need any of those defensive stats really. Do the weapon crit chance. All right, let's take Jacob's ladder. I like that we have the glitter explosions. I like that they're not really, you know, they're not really that distracting. They they blend very well into the game currently. So I think that's a fun item to take, and it does seem like it is pretty strong. I wonder what sort of, you know, I wonder what sort of synergy it has with all the animal items, you know? Because they all, like, I guess they all kind of, I wonder, like, these two kind of do the same thing. You know, full health enemies, but one's ability, one does extra damage. And then there was another one too. Oh no, I guess that's not an animal. The one with the weapon isn't an animal. Okay, let's do ability. So I think the one that does it for weapons is called the Scouter, and I don't think that's not an animal. So I don't really know if there's any set synergy with these. I like this item. Let's lock it down. So I guess I can lock it down. I can just do my free reroll. So let's do that. Wooden stick. Up to 8 slots. So that's just going to be an 80% XP increase for quite a while. Man, I have horrible. Did I just get hit for? I could have sworn that just said 2,000 damage. I have horrible cooldown reduction right now. There's a lot of times where our energy shield is down. You know, that's down for like 10 seconds. Yeah, this definitely... Stuff feels harder about this. Because this honestly actually does... This feels pretty hard. What's the red damage? Is that me? Because... I guess it's not. Okay, it's not me. It keeps popping up on me, so I keep thinking I'm the one taking the like 2,000 damage hits. We are getting hit kind of hard, but I am able to regenerate my life because of that vampire item. Oh man, I did not... That was one of those things where I did not pay attention to... I was so distracted by the HP stuff that I did not do this quest. We're gonna get like 3%, 2%. Alright, let's do our reroll and then we'll go to electric again. That makes me think that they might have increased the... I wonder if they increased the cooldown reduction on the shield. I know I didn't really take any. I know haven't really been taking cooldown reduction. I actually don't think I have a lot of good cooldown reduction, but I kind of remember its natural cooldown being just pretty good anyways. Because this seems really long. Because usually with the engineer, you know, you'd want to build enough reduction to where you had like an infinite shield. All right, we'll just take. I might as well just do my reroll again. Swap items. I guess we don't need to really do that. When you receive, okay, we'll just take the sugar rush. Yeah, I think the biggest difference here is not having this shield up all the time. If we had the shield up all the time, then the enemies would just constantly be electrified and frozen. Ability area. Okay, well we got, what, 7 minutes left? We're still getting a good hour video out of this, though. Over an hour. Yeah, I mean, this would have been a good item, but it's too late now. Let's just re-roll. Alright, whatever. Man, part of me thinks we would be struggling right now if this was on... If this was on a harder difficulty. I do like that they put the vampire item into the game, though, because having some sort of life regen feels really good. That doesn't make you... Okay, so what's good about that is because a lot of people, you know, you were kind of forced to take the medic all the time for any sort of healing. The medical drone, you know, stim pack, basically anything that would give you like a healing boost. So it's nice that you can get items now that make it so you don't need that. There definitely needs to be lifesteal items in this game, or some way to regenerate health other than just the medic. And so if they really put Vampire Survivor back in this, that's good. Oh, there's a... Okay, so I'm assuming this is gonna count. 50 luck. I don't really care about using that. And then that's 60 luck. Yep, that counts. Love it. And then again, every time we take an animal... I wish it would show you the actual stats, just so you would know. But you get 10 luck, 5% max HP, 5% damage. That's... Like, that's pretty good. You know, because I probably have, if I have 4, you know, that's 40 luck, 20% damage, And then what was the I already forgot what the other one was. What was the other one? Max HP. Yeah, that's a good item. That's a good item. It especially good if you're doing infinite mode. If you're doing this infinite mode where you can just keep getting all the animal items, that's really gonna stack up. All right, only 3 minutes left. Okay, I think we're starting to see good energy shields. Yeah, the energy shield's starting to look a lot better now. I guess I just needed to build it up more. Yeah, there's a chick. That's gonna count, right? That's gonna count. Where we at? 60? 70? Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, I'm assuming... Yeah, the lifesteal isn't, like, insanely powerful to where it makes you unkillable. Yeah, so let's finish this off here. Alright, any second now. This guy got us. Yep, there it is. Oh, alright, this is cool. I like the new infinite mode. So yeah, so we stacked our items. So how many did we get? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 items. Yeah, but the only problem is again, you lose sort of like your thematic builds because you're just literally taking anything. I like this new item. This new item's cool though. I like that. That's gonna be a fun one, I think, and that's pretty powerful. But yeah, the only thing is some of these animals aren't gonna have a lot of synergy to them. So it might be tough in a regular, 8-item build, but in infinite mode, it's definitely really cool. Okay, so in terms of damage, engineer did the most. Ooh, ghost actually did the least. That's kind of interesting. So 33,000 for explosive arrows. Wind cutter only did 6,000. That's odd. 11,000 for kunai. 15. Wow. Since when has shuriken been the highest damage dealing spell for our character? That's wow. Shuriken has been the worst spell by far. Plasma did the most. Electric turret. I mean, this feels pretty much on par with this character. Nothing. This stands out though. Like these damages right here, these really stand out. Nothing surprising about this character. Usually the abilities for this character do hardly any damage anyways. But her weapon is usually pretty good. Okay, well there we go. That's the new infinite mode. Again, we'll start working on the higher difficulties, and then within the next week or so we'll start doing difficulty 3 and doing like some full infinite runs, trying to survive for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't know, whatever, we'll see. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.